Hi everyone, my name is Myla and today I will present an assessment from the subject capstone, and the theme is about effective management. So let's just to introduce this assessment, the intention is discuss about one career that is in the list of trends for 2020 and beyond. And the career that I choose is business management and administration. The reason why is because all my background is in business administration and my goal for the future is be a manager. The area that I'm more interested in is market and sales, so my plan for the future is be a manager in that two areas. And also, when I read the article suggested by my lecturer, and I found out that this careers is in the list of top training for 2020, makes me more interested in. And in this research, I could have the opportunity to investigate more the skills and the issues that I can deal with that in the future. So, and the effective management can be considered the key to the success. Because nowadays the economy is very competitive, so the manager who knows how to orientate their workforce has a big advantage. As you can see here in some of my research, a lot of companies that fired their manager in the past, nowadays they are slowly hiring them again. And also according to the same website, the name of this website is Career Profiles, accessed on 11th of December, the top manager position is one who has the highest compensation package in the organization. Here we have two definitions. So management is administration of organization, and also effective management is the key of the success. This part is the description and skills. Management skills are attributes or abilities that a business manager should have, and a manager with good management skills is very important for any organization to achieve their goals and objectives. According to Robert Katz, the three basic types of management skills include technical skills. These skills is the ability and the knowledge to use a variety of techniques to achieve their objectives. And the second one is conceptual skills. It is the skill in terms of knowledge and ability for abstract thinking and formulating ideas. And the last one is human and interpersonal skills. It is the ability to interact, work, or relate effectively with people. Here we can see some samples of management skills, as planning, communication, decision making, delegation, problem solving, and motivating. This is the principal ones. So a good manager should have these skills here to develop a good job, a good management in the organization, and achieve the goals of the business. The second part of this assessment is the issues in the workplace that a manager can deal with. And the first one that I choose is avoid recognition and no feedback. It's a thing that happens a lot in the market. I had the mispleasure to see that plenty of times, is when a manager don't know how to recognize their employee. He just see or she just see the mistakes that he's doing. And people needs to be recognized to feel important in the organization. And the consequence of that is that employee is motivated, do not develop a good work, and then the manager will not achieve the goal or the objective of the company. A solution for that is a good manager must have the ability to communicate effectively, see what the people is doing in the good way and not only in the negative way. And the findings that I had is 70% of 1,000 employees feel engaged and energized to work in their manager name when they feel that they are recognized, and then they work better. So the second scenario that I choose is bad planning. The employees and a team member needs to know what's the goal and what is the best way to achieve the goal of the company. And a lot of managers, I have the displeasure to see this as well, and is when the manager doesn't know what he wants the team to do. He just say, we need to achieve the goal, and then ask the manager, ask all the team members to achieve that, but he doesn't show what everyone needs to do. And a good manager must plan all the steps to achieve the goal. So he needs to plan and show the employees what is the best way to follow, what they need to do. And the consequences of a bad planning is low credibility, low quality of job, they lost money and time, the team is dismotivated, no profit to team, and the project is not successful. And the solution for this issue is prepare and plan the project. Before starting, design the responsibility, delegate, and give steps to follow. So for this assessment, I highlighted 3 different subjects and themes that we study during the course. So the first one is the MBA600 Governance, Ethics, and Sustainability. In the week 10, we did a study about risk management, just to introduce why I related that with manager. Risk is the probability of damage, injury, loss, or any negative occurrence. And then every manager needs to coordinate the activities to direct and control a company with regard to risk. So risk management provides foundations to avoid the risk. That's why I choose that subject to relate with my theme of this assessment. And then the MBA600 about emotional intelligence, cultural intelligence, and diversity. In that subject, I think I could learn a lot about emotional intelligence and how a leader needs to have that quality, that skill to know how to deal with people, to know how to lead them, to understand the culture, to understand the intelligence of them in different ways. So I think a good leader must know how to influence the emotional climate and how it can influence the performance of the team. And the last subject that I choose is the 501, Dynamic, Strategic, and Disruptive Innovation. And the subject that I choose is the first 2 weeks when we study about strategic management and planning. According to my understanding of the subject, this is one of the main qualities of successful manager, and it involves know how to formulate, implement, and evaluate the business strategy to achieve the goal of the manager in the organization. In this part of the presentation, we will talk about some key models and approaches. I choose 2 models to discuss in this presentation, and the first one is the MBA600. This is a model of 7 steps for managing change, and it was developed by consultants from McKinsey & Company on 98. And the stages are strategy, structure, system, shared values, style, staff, and skills. And the benefit of this model is the understanding of the organization, the deep insight in the way to work, the integrate emotional and practical components of change, treat all the parts as the same, and offer direction to the way to change, like offer a directional way to make this change in the future. The disadvantage of this model is the failing of one part means the failing of all, because all the parts are interlinked. It's a complex model. That's why some companies have failed in this model. So it's very particular, and it's not all the companies that can do. We need to follow all the steps one by one, and we cannot keep one, and we cannot like just forget one and try to do the next one. Next key model that I choose is Culture Change Management Theory, and this is one of the most popular in the world. Developed by John Cotler, this theory is divided in 8 stages. The first one is increase the urgency, the second, build the team, and the following is get the correct vision, communicate, get things moving, focus on short-term goals. That one's very important. So if you have a big goal, so you should divide that in small goals because it is easy to achieve with less pressure. And do not give up. The last one is incorporate the changes. And the benefits of this key model is easy to follow and incorporate in the organization, and then accept and prepare for the changes. The disadvantage is no stage can be skipped. We need to follow all the steps one by one and have a very long time consuming because it's a very long project, a very long management to follow. But it's the one that is most, is the one that almost all the companies try to do. In that part of the presentation, we will talk about the recommendations and the solutions for the future. Nowadays, a manager needs more than knowledge about accounts, finance, human resource, and administration. The manager needs to be dynamic, flexible, with the ability to change all the company direction according to the market, according to the external impacts, if it's necessary. And in the future, besides all of that, the manager needs to be updated about technologies and know how each can affect their business. Everything nowadays is around technology, innovation, media, so the manager nowadays needs to know about everything and then makes all the change that is necessary to grow and to achieve the goals of the company. Not only do the basics as account, finance, human resource, and administration. He needs to know more, he needs to go beyond of that. So in conclusion of this presentation, business management is a potential career for the future. Management is the administration of a company and it is an important position to support an organization to achieve their goals. And management is a very complex career. And the manager needs to have a range of skills. It includes planning, communication, decision making, the ability to delegate, problem solving, motivating, and also needs to be aware about the external factors besides the internal.